as far as the administration of the association is concerned, is subjected to. So everything that has to do with legislative, executive, and judicial operation association, with them giving the highest role, everything is subject to that. According to the Constitution, when a student is found to have embezzled funds, embezzled or misappropriated funds, is proven to be physically or mentally incapable of leading the association, if he or she repeats an academic year or is on probation, for his reading and or his reading, he or she will be removed from office.
Okay, so there are more, which it looks like you don't know, if I'm correct.
If, sorry, again, if for that college to just repeat.
Okay. Can you please-
You are you
Master Clifford,
Yeah.
what qualifications must a person satisfy before contesting for
you are going
office?
through your part. You're going through your part.
So the person qualified to run for this, when the person is a student of the Health Science Student Association, that is, the person stays in of the programs that are in that association. The person is qualified for this if the person has paid every due or is not owing any amount of money to the association. The person is qualified to run for this if the person is not on probation or if the person does not have any deficit in academic work. And the person is qualified if the person has been screened, vetted, by the vetting panel.
Are you adding your own? All right, thank you.
Okay. So you mentioned that you are here to be screened and vetted, right? Under what article and clause in the Constitution stipulates that provision for you to be here? You are looking at wait. Are we looking at books?
No.
Close your book. Talk to me.
Okay.
Okay.
12.
Okay, so it's Article 10 or Article 12 was 10. Sorry.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Any question from you guys regarding the Constitution? All right. So we move on to the next aspect. You see?
Hope you are fine. Yes, I'm very fine.
So have a let's say have a flagship
Yes, we are a
and Senate reject this point.
I think I would have to consult, actually consult my executive committee for the other target we want to achieve. And the flagship policy requires the support of my people. So I'll communicate to my executives, the who are on it, or who revisit policy we want to present, right? Then afterwards, we present the bill again. If there are reforms by policy, there are going to be additions to the flagship policy we want to present. Then we bring it back to the city so that it can be better. If it's approved, then no.
Another question. You were the former editor in
Are you following?
were you able to fulfill your policies?
I was able to perform my so yes, I was able to fulfill my duties because I was able to write all the laws that my predecessors were able to do, such that I was able to organize CV trades sessions for members of GPST and K University at large. I was able to everything what I wanted, such as MS Square, such as so the science 6 years enough to focus on the one up to consider setup.
Mr. Clifford, please, the audience is saying they can't hear you, so kindly amplify your voice and speak clearly.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, so Clifford. So you come into administration, you inherit a debt of say 15,000 cities, and students are demanding fresh projects. What would be your action?
So the first thing that will come to mind is we will have to do an audit and know that association and audit. So now we'll visit or you set a meeting now with the audit committee where we do analysis, we present documents of the past administration. We have to like present everything we've done when it comes to the amount of money that's been spent. Next up is we will try and make negotiations with the institute or the association we are indebted with. We will visit them and talk to them about the various policies that we are currently there with them. The next step is we will visit or we will write with partnership or partnership with non-governmental agencies or philanthropic institutes for them to support us. The last thing I will do is we want to structure our budget in such a way that we will reduce the cost by we are going to reduce allocating funds to things that are not necessary or things are not of immediate use or of immediate importance for the association.
Okay, so if I'm getting you right, you try and settle the debt. So say you get your reconciliation and you realize that your entire amount is $100,000 cities, but you are already in debt of at 15,000, and your budget for your year is hovering around say 130,000. You have planned flagship policies, you have planned a lot for the administration, right? You are seeking sponsorships, you are not getting. Would you leave the debt there or you pay the debt? What are your other alternatives? Or if you will leave the debt there too, why would you do so?
So I think there's one thing I would want to add. The association has patrons, and our main patron is the provost. So I would want to schedule a meeting with the provost and talk through the current situation we are having. That is, I'll reach out to the patron for advice. That is one. And I'll reach out to philanthropic institutes. I know there are certain institutes like Western Pharmacy that I have that with them because I'm a family member that can help me settle the debt. Yeah.
So you will use your own connections to get the money to settle
Yes.
the debt. I made a cross. If you are not getting the sponsorship, what are your alternatives? That's the cross. So right now you mentioned you seek advice from the patron. The advice doesn't pay the debt. Also, your scholarship, so the sponsorship you're asking for, I said you couldn't get it. So are you leaving the debt or you are paying? Or you say you get it, no matter what. All right, so I'll leave you there.
Yeah.
So one of your appointed officers submitted the forged credentials. What steps would you take?
I'm an individual that believes in integrity. The fact that you are competent, the fact that you are diligent, the fact that you are hardworking. But if you are not honest, right, I don't think I can work with you. The reason is I want to establish an association, I want to establish an administration where people are transparent to people. I think before you even present the forged document, you have to go through necessary procedures. And if you want to lie to us, I don't think you are fit or you are somebody that's qualified to run or serve in administration.
So what are you doing?
I'll opt for another competent person.
You opt.
Yes, I'll opt for another competent person.
So it means you what? You will.
I'll opt for another person.
So what are you doing? I want to hear what you are doing. You opting for another person
I'll find another alternative, another person to take office.
to take office.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's the step you take. That's fine.
Can I add up? Can I
Add up.
So the next thing is also I'm going to sit the person down. That is first, and understand the reason why the person is doing that. Because
I
want
mean, you had the end of the day, you heard something. You saw that there's a forged credentials. You don't want to know why.
that's the reason why I'm
Ah,
adding up. So I want to
okay.
know why the person did that. If the reasons are not feasible, I'm going to opt for another person that can also.
Yeah. So as a leader, you should not jump into conclusions.
Yes.
You have found out something. You what investigate into it.
Yes.
As to reasons behind it, then I mean you go on with it. All right.
Thank you.
That's fine. So finally, you receive allegations of misappropriation. You receive allegations of misappropriation of. What would you do?
So the first thing I'll do is I'll have to do an investigation. There's an audit committee, right? There's an audit committee. And the audit committee is responsible for all the necessary transactions that have been made in our association. They will have to find if there are irregularities in the activities of the financial secretary. If there are, we can petition the JC, to carry on with the necessary proceedings that are in accordance with the constitution.
Okay, that's fine. The current administration, are they doing well?
They are doing very well.
I can hear you.
They are doing well.
They are doing very well. That's what you said. So rate the current administration for me out of a 10.
I'll give them a 6.
A 6, and you are saying they are doing very well.
Yes, they are doing very well.
Okay. So do you think we are coming to do better? All right. That's fine. So tell me what they are doing. That rate me 6. When you come, you will do. That will be better, and maybe rate you a 9. You are the next.
Last week, we did an exam, and our speech was very cool, right? Then we need to rectify that. First of all, what I wanted was this, was this opening up about the program. For example, the program that we so showing up and telling a person doing something if the person is not aware.
So you mean to say the current administration is there just a few minutes before program. So it's a bad thing that they are doing. The first thing, right, I think I can add. You tell them all. Yeah. So how will you talk like this last year. Then what issue are you bringing? Because you are on you. You know the content of your manifesto.
I have we have
We are telling people not the issue at the college. You're not comfortable. No. Okay. Fix it. Let me hear you.
okay. So the policy that's in front of you is that we've already taken steps. I've already spoken to
Politics. How we do is when we are not in power. But when you come to power, you know the reality is different. You have been in power before. So you telling me that you want to fix it, give me the realistic whilst you are in power. Right now you are the president. I would think you are the president. Solve it.
So yes, before I got to become president, it means I started from somewhere. I spoke to the security man, I spoke to Mr. Isaac. I spoke about issues of security. There are instances where last year a friend of mine was almost killed when he was apprehended by robbers as a medical breach. It's called Daniel Snow. He was a medical student. He was the former vice president of the medical student association. It took me an individual who was running for a position to support him, to create awareness that there's something wrong somewhere that's there, health scientists, pay particular attention.
You see, you are wasting our time. You are talking a lot. I want you to fix it.
So I'm going to take this in a way that we start by making information to send letters to the state committee with the post, present the bill, present the policy.
So what did you see that made you think the security there at body is bad? What survey did you conduct? With the survey,
yes.
what was your size? What was your population? Oh yes, I want to know all this.
Yes, so I've been in constant engagement with almost more than 4,000 students in our association. If it's only farmers, I can.
These are words, they are not facts. You want to present the facts?
I have more than 4,000 contacts on my phone.
We all do.
And I've spoken to them, right? My policy is not just.
Can you show me evidence right now about just throwing evidence on your phone? I will ask the EC to bring your phone and ask, am I talking to somebody there? Okay. All right. So once again, if I ask the EC to bring your phone and I check your messages with people, no, listen.
No.
I'm talking. You are not talking. Okay. If I ask you to bring your phone and I check the messages, right? Give me just 3 of your survey you did with your people. Would you be able to achieve that?
Honorable member, I think
Would you be able to achieve that? Is a yes or no?
communication is not 1 to 4.
Are you saying you have 4,000 points? You didn't say, oh, am I wrong?
I didn't say I got the survey from the contacts.
Okay,
Yes.
then come
So
again.
I visited the halls. I talked to the students today. Majority of them are complaining because they can't frequent medical, especially those in the hostels or campus. They can't.
So, once again, the steps to correct things, right? You would want to write a letter to the provost. Provost, I went to talk to them. They are saying this, and this, and that. You have written. The provost wants evidence, and you will come and tell me, I went to them, I talked to them, and this was their complaint. You didn't try to even seek a solid evidence in terms of what presentation, paper. You have some. One person. All right, you are wasting time. It's fine. You want to finish it. You want me to crucify you the more there. You don't want me to go there. Okay.
Yes, because the flaws in security.
Over there at Bueni.
No, I'm just citing an example.
No, we are here in Hesa. We want to solve Bueni's problem.
So I'm saying it in relation to what I want to present.
But so far, nobody has told me personally, or anybody that I have heard from, or I've not seen any news saying that there is maybe a death issue like what we are seeing over at Bueni.
No, I never said there was a death issue.
But you said somebody
I was
lost.
trying to relate it to the flaws of security. The flaws of security can result in death. That's one. The flaws of security can
But
cause
what is the evidence that is there?
Oh, I have an interview with my friend that was apprehended by robbers. He almost lost his life. Right? So there's someone I can present the interview to you. That I have somebody that almost died. Right? I don't know if you've been
At
through
the end
that
of the
situation.
day, you are still going in circles. You will still arrive at where you want to be crucified. Let's go on. Okay. One of my members wants to ask you. So you guys will be your super. But you just take time and do it.
I think this is an issue of concern because people do not acknowledge the fact that it's the partnership you are entering. Most people see that the role of the vice president as a recommendation to run the election. And that is not it at all. If that is the case, it would be normal for the right person because the sheet that he or she is in a partnership. A requirement for the president to run the election, whether he went for office. That is not the case if you realize that you are a running mate. Let's take into consideration the term a running mate. You are not sitting somewhere, you are not strapping behind, you are running together. If most or if all vice presidents would do this, and we would be very proud to be prominent vice president in this association, and even in the world at large, you will see that they are not running in the shadow of their president. They are unique, and in their unity and the partnership, they are unique. Yes, please. The vice president assumes the duty of the president. In a situation where he is dead, he is proven incapable of running his duty, or he has been stepped down from office per the provisions of the constitution for someone being asked to step down. He or she oversees, or is the chairperson of a welfare committee, and oversees the affairs of all standing committees.
So the vision of the association is very clear. In as much as we are already started something, mine is to create an environment or the association to an era where there's innovation, there's global impact, where the students are equipped, the students are empowered, such that you can create global interaction between students, right? My vision is in line with that of the college. And how I would want to implement this is, I want to create an environment where students, an environment that's going to be a student-centered revolution, where the students will have a sense of community, the sense of togetherness, the sense of unity, where there's also improvement or advancement of leadership, there's advancement of professionalism, there's advancement of global connection, right? So that is how I want to do that.
It's okay.
Thank you very much. Well, all we looking to the parents out there and general knowledge. So my first question to you is, so mention three parental challenges facing Ghana.
So the first one I would say is that there's been a no-bed syndrome. I think it's a concern that has resulted no-bed syndrome, right? I mean, it explains that the beds at the hospital are not enough to patients. There's a current incident on the Commonwealth Teaching Hospital where they had to close down the unit because the beds are not enough to accommodate patients. Then the next thing is the problem with immediate assistance when it comes to immediate medical attention when it comes to the emergencies. There are instances where people are not aware that there are emergency callers, or if you try to use an emergency caller, it doesn't go through, right? So I think that's an issue that the government can actually do much better on when it comes to the country. Then the last issue I've seen is there's a virus that is called hantavirus, and it's something that has come up with the WHO, and I think the country should actually pay particular attention to it so that we can all seek, or even a country where there's help.
Yes, please.
How can students leaders contribute to improving healthcare delivery in Ghana?
I think there should be attention drawn to the student's body. More often than not, healthcare is centered right from the ministry down to the professionals who prepare themselves. If we are to pay attention to student body, but the proper advocacy and encouragement for them to seek knowledge out actually bring them to the place where they apply what they learn through advocacy, pushing them to attend, not pushing, but encouraging them to attend courses where they will be enlightened on the need to move beyond classroom engagement and apply the things they learn to their lives. I believe the students' body will be making a great combination at large by gaining the knowledge and applying it and cutting down the risk of complications.
I can't hear you. Responsibilities of the president. Okay, so the first one is the president presides over all the members of the association. Then the next step is the president is supposed to be a delegation at any level where it is required to do so by the constitution. The president is supposed to ensure or appoint people, and these people are going to be vetted if they are going to be acceptable by the Senate. The next step is the president must make a collaboration or append his signature before a budget can be taken into consideration. And the president shall also do any other responsibilities that the constitution sees as silent.